Good morning. It's Friday, approximately 9:30, and we're here to do our video this morning, but we're changing it up a little bit. We are going to do a little tour of our shop. Probably only going to get one level. This is the main quilt shop. Jessica's actually videoing. She's standing in front of the door. But I'm going to do a little walkthrough and talk about things as we go around. If it's your first time with us, this is So Sweet Quilt Shop in Brunswick, Missouri, and I'm Jeanette, one of the owners, and my daughter Jessica, who's holding the video, is the other owner. Well, let's get started because our shop opens up in the next 30 minutes and people aren't going to be quiet for our video. Okay, so Jessica's standing in front of the front door, and we usually do a display here in the center. So we change this out usually every 2 to 3 months. Right now it is Midnight in the Garden by Moda, designed by Sweetfire Road. So we try to do a project with the line that we have in the front. And this is Brightly, done with a layer cake. And then this is our favorite Essex Linen background. And I know you can't feel it through the screen, but it's been washed once and it's super soft. But I love our display this time with the soft pinks and navies. Okay. So now she's going to take you to the right, and over here you can see these big white doors that leads into our retreat center. We've got it shut now because we don't open till 10, but you can see some of the quilts on the walls above. You'll see a big lime green sign that says kit available if it has a kit. Some of our things on the wall just have patterns only, but most of them have kits, or we tried to take them down and get something else up there. She's just kind of moving slow so you can kind of see things without getting dizzy. These are some really cute pillows that she made. And we do have, I think, a few kits left. Yes, we do. So that pattern is available plus the kit if you wanted the same fabric choices as her. Okay, so I'm going to take you, we're still on the right side of the building. I'm going to shut the bathroom. I don't think you need a tour of that. But up here you can see if it's got a pattern, it'll tell you what it is. That's book, Table-tastic, Table Runner, page 31. This cute little unicorn has a kit available done in the same colorways. And you walk down through here. She's trying to go slow. This is a kit available that we have through Moda, and I think there's just a few left. This may be the last two. We also have the book, so it is available in the book if you already have the panel. This is another another pattern we have done with a layer cake. So we have sold hundreds of these. You can do any layer cake and it just gives it a whole different look. You can kind of see this one right here is done with a layer cake too, same pattern. Did you get the little table runner?
No.
So the little table runner's done with the charm pack. The pattern is Mini Brick Road. If you look close at the pattern, it doesn't have any borders because it's so narrow. I think it's 12 and a half maybe. I decided to add 2 little borders to make mine more usable for me. There's our elevator. Our store has an elevator. This is another kit available. This is a new fall panel that we have in the store. So we sell the panel or the kit. It's called Autumn Easy. Now I'm not mentioning any prices on anything. This is just a tour.
You could always call the shop.
You could always call the shop. Okay, we're still on the right hand of the store. We have our 1-yard triangles. So those are into the bolts, 1-yard cuts. They're just folded like a triangle, but they're 1-yard cuts. So basically, if you have a 5 1-yard pattern or a 3 1-yard pattern, this is a great way to get that because they're only $10.50 a yard, but it is limited number. So whatever's here is it because that's the end of the bolt. We have a really cute elephant quilt hanging there that has a kit available. These are our fat quarter boxes that we have full of fat quarters. Every Friday is Fat Quarter Friday in our shop. Buy 5, get 3 free. Jessica's trying to give you a view of more things. We have several table runners along the top of our boxes because there's not a lot of space, and that's what works really well up there. So they have kits available on all of them. See all the beautiful fabric as she's walking through. We kind of collect some old antique sewing machines too. Not that they sew, I just think they're really neat decor. Appropriate for where we're at. Okay, we have these cute little gnomes. I think that pattern, yep, that pattern's back in. So there's a gnome and Juliet, and she's going to show you the little Juliet over there. There's Gnomeo and Juliet over there. And we have new fabric that came in yesterday. This is where it starts when it comes out of the box. It has to be put on the computer before it goes out on the floor. We have two rolling display, I don't know what you call these exactly, gondolas maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're just full of notions of all kinds. We have two of those. More fabric in the center. It's layered on the top with lots of books. And then we kind of love the pattern baskets, so we try to stick most of her patterns together. Now she's going to bring you, we're on the left side of the store, and she's bringing you to the cutting table, our first cutting table. We have that kit available hanging on the wall. You can kind of go across over there. There's the little one that we have put on our live shopping before with the panel that is the United States. And then this whole wall here is our basics. So these are all reorderables. So we encourage people to, you know, use them for backgrounds or blenders or whatever, because we can get more and more of those. So sometimes, you know, you get a really pretty pre-cut and it's like, you're gonna have to have something a little more calm to go with it. So that's that whole wall. And all the table runners, table toppers up above have some kits, and they also have patterns available. Then this, let me lift this up, because these are remnants. These are into the bold remnants just on basics. But all that, whole two wash tubs are nothing but Essex linen. So there's yarn dyed Essex linen. There's more of a solid Essex linen in there. And then there is this dot, what do you call that? Oh, it's a speckled. I can't get a hold of it. So we have, I think, 4 colors that have the speckled look about them. And you've put that in a couple of quilts.
I have,
you?
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we love Essex linen.
Love Essex linen. I can hardly get it back in there. It's pretty tight. So here is a few more basics. So these are grunges, dots, and stars. And then our ombre metallic dots at the bottom. And then we get up in here to more lines of fabric. This is my newest favorite, you know, something new comes in the store. It must shine up here. And then there's a big table runner. It could almost be at the end of a bed because it's so large, but that has a kit available. So it's for fall to me or Halloween. This is another kit available. Thimble Blossoms. Jessica made that. What is it called? Stars and Stripes. Really pretty. And you can see the big hole below the big quilt. That is our little child's area. So in there we have toys, we have a little seats, and it's all painted like the inside of a treehouse. It's really cute.
Mm-hmm.
I'll turn the light back off. We don't have any kids in here currently. This is our checkout station that was newly built when we added on to our store, or opened it up and added more retail space. I think it's just lovely. And then there's a beautiful quilt behind, perfect for the man in your life or girl, turkey panel. And it has a kit available. We have lots of little, you know, needle minders and notions, and a lot of people tell me I've got to go through your store 2 or 3 times, I miss things. And Jessica will do a quick turnaround. This right here is just what we call our pre-cut station. Not that there's not other pre-cuts in the store, but this is where the majority of them are. Lots of Jelly Rolls layer cakes, charm packs, all the good things. And then you can see this giant opening right here. This over here, oh, you're going up. Just going up before we go over. Did you kind of get the rail up high?
No.
So when you come in the door, you're going to see an open staircase, and that leads to the upstairs, but we have like 5 quilts hanging up there on the rails. And all of them hanging on the rails have a kit, and then we have table runners, and several of them have kits too. So it's just a constant job changing things out, trying to keep things fresh. If it's hanging on the wall, I prefer it has a kit. Sometimes we can't keep things up fast enough and it'll just have a pattern until we put something else up there. Okay, get a couple of those big old high ones. I know one has a kit and the other one was a block of the month. We do sell that Elizabeth Hartman pattern. Forest Friends, maybe?
Delightful Desert.
Oh, Delightful Desert, see, I didn't make it, she did. So then we also have a big kit station. It overflows into that area, right there by the door too. And then this is the new spot that we opened up. You can see the great gray trim, tin ceiling, beautiful floor that's all tile. It's so light and bright over here, and it's just been a process to fill it up. But we're getting there. You can see we have an apron. That pattern is is available. We've had a few kits with it. I guess maybe we've sold them. We probably had to kit that a few more times. That little Halloween quilt is available as a kit and a pattern. There's another beauty, and it has a kit and a pattern. Showing you the little heart one, maybe. I can't tell exactly.
Yep, the heart quilt.
The heart is kit available. This is just a stationary. This one does not go around in circles, but it does hold a lot of product, which that's what we wanted to do. A lot of different things. This is all our hand-dyed floss. This one does turn. And then we have one. This is the overflow of hand-dyed, and then just more little notions.
Mostly cross stitch over here.
Mostly cross stitch over here. We have some fabric over here. This is all of our silks. So lots and lots of silk, and it's all NPI. We have our batiks over here. There's another really pretty patriotic quilt. I think this was our January.
I think so. I can't remember.
Seems like it was our January year of smalls. That's what we're doing this year. It is July. But that is, I think it was January. That kit is still available. This is our DMC, which I caught yesterday. Seems kind of crooked. But this has been the store since we've been open, which is 13 years now. Close to 13 years.
It's lasted, hasn't it?
It's had a lot of wear and tear. We do keep our patriotic fabric over here, so we have 8 boxes of patriotic. And these are our
that we'd both like to make, but never have.
We collect them, as you can see. Neither one of us have made one. These are the really neat collage quilting. So if you've never done it, be inspired just by getting on Instagram or Pinterest. There is so many things. And they have YouTube videos on how to do it too. So here's more patriotic. I guess it's not 8 boxes of patriotic because
we've got some other stuff, yeah.
There's some other stuff here too. And one of our things that we really wanted to do when we opened up this space was to add wide backing. So we went from having maybe 35 colors of wide backing to now we're up to close to 100. And we want to get up to 200, and we have the space for that, and we just keep adding to it. So there is our white backing, and then this is the whole lovely wall of cross stitch. You could maybe get a little closer so they can see some of the finished projects. I don't know how well you can see it through the glass. Some of them have glass.
Kind of.
But we have more and more samples done right now. I know I had one of my employees show me 2 yesterday that she has done.
Wow.
Ready to be framed. So I would love this whole wall to be full of them. And we have just lots of Aida cloth. These are pretty much all done in 14, 16, 18. Witchlet. And then we have, of course, more white backing. But then we have also little kits of cross stitching. So if you was to buy that, that's your pattern and all your floss and your...
Some of them have the cloth.
Some of them have the cloth, but it'll say it accordingly. Includes floss, cloth, pattern. This right here is just going to have the floss, and it tells you it's the hand-dyed floss. So they're kind of fun. It's just like a real quick grab.
Mm-hmm.
We have a whole stack of those. And then we've been buying a lot more cloth that we cut into fat quarters, and some of it's hand dyed. This is like Lugana, for example. It is 25 count. And then we have some of the, what do you call it? I mean, it is 8 o'clock, but it's hand dyed. So this is 16 count.
That looks like a remnant piece.
Like a
maybe.
remnant. It's like a 5 by something piece. But this is a great one. It's a 28 count Lugana. It is a fat quarter, and it's called Latte, and it's got some green and brown mixed in it too. So you can never have too much cloth. And then just more and more patterns. These are
all cross stitch.
all
This is
cross
all
stitch.
cross stitch.
Now this is something new to our shop. This is wide cuddle cloth for backing. So this stuff is 96 inches wide. So typically it came at, I don't know, was it 48?
So those back there, I think, are I think maybe 60.
I don't even know if it's 60. I can't read upside down. But we went from this that you'd have to piece if you had a quilt of any size to this now, because this stuff is a booger to piece. Yeah, it's 58 to 60, and then this is 98, 90, no, I think it's 90. So it comes in, we got it in several colors, and then there's a pretty purple. Some more wide backing. We have, that whole thing's full of cross stitch too. It's just things that is not friendly to hang. So they are more, what do we call that, kind of a book rack. There's our rip rack, which we love to add to our little finishing cross stitch projects or pillows. Here is our ruler section. We have some glide spool thread and lots of colors. We actually use these on our long arm, but we have them for sale too. We did something recently which looks so pretty. This is our panel. Our panels are all in one spot, and you can easily look at them.
And then each panel has a little tag that has a number.
Well, it tells you what it is and a number.
And so then you can go down there and find it.
And so then if you wanted to go to the floor and find coordinates for that, you know it's All Hallows Eve.
The phone's ringing, but we're going to ignore it.
We're going to ignore it.
We're not open yet.
Okay, and then over here on this side, which this is actually going to be full of wide backing eventually, we have our sweet cut kits. So these kits are entirely cut for you, ready to put together. And I know we have at least 2 done in the store, right?
Well, they don't have binding yet.
Don't have binding yet. So we don't have them hanging up, but aren't they pretty? And then right behind you, we have 4 samples hanging, and they all have kits available. So some of them is, is that one just like a 5 1-yard cut?
Yep, that's a 5 1-yard cut. This one's fat quarters.
This one's fat quarters. This pattern's been around a long time. It is Yellow Brick Road. This one right here is a little Villa Rose, New Orleans. Done in Halloween batiks. And then this one here is called Butterfly Patch. And I've seen people do that in several colorways. And that's done with a layer cake. And up here we have kind of our cutting station. This is kind of where we've been doing our sweet cut kits. And then one of my employees yesterday started cutting all the
Ada cloths.
Ada cloth new that we had come in. Isn't that gold pretty? Pretty little pumpkins on it.
Let's talk briefly about the cabinets. We need to go into more details about them, but we'll show them a little bit.
Okay, this is the largest one we sell. This one is called the Aussie 2, and it's done by, or made by Kangaroo Cabinetry, which is made by Arrow, isn't it?
I don't know. Kangaroo cabinetry, yes, by Arrow, and it's just really heavy duty.
This is the one I have in my sewing room, and it's so big that I don't even have it all folded out. I have this long side, but this big flip up side I only put out if I'm doing binding.
Yeah, it all folds up really, you know, small. And there's, you know, you have it shipped, purchase it from us, have it shipped to your house, and for a little additional fee, you can have it.
White glove.
Yeah, where they put it together for you. Basically, they set it all up.
Set it all up for you. This is the next one we have, and it is the Bandicott 2.
They all come in either white or this color.
Or this wood. More of a, I don't know that. I call it kind of cherry. Cherry color. This one folds up pretty small. I mean, it folds up to this size right here, so it wouldn't take up much room. All this folds in, like so. It folds up pretty tiny. Still gives you a nice workspace. And you buy the insert based on what sewing machine you have, so then it sets flat inside there. This little top comes out.
Yep.
And then this is and we have several models that we don't have to put together.
This is like the mid-size.
Mid-size. This one's called the Wallaby. And this actually comes out like so. You can have more counter space, or more flat space, I should say. And this one's called the Wallaby 2.
And it folds up
Pretty dang, yeah,
pretty small too.
pretty small too. Yeah, and I think, yeah, this one does too. The one I have, and this one too, has what they call a pneumatic lift. So you push on it and it pops up, or you push all the way down and it goes down. So your machine wouldn't have to take the machine off, you just push it down. And I think we've kind of been around everything in this room. We'll head back up towards the front.
Well, and we'll do the upstairs another day.
Oh, here's our lovely little Villa Rose section. Did you know Villa Rose made so many patterns?
They make 5 new ones every month.
Is that right?
I mean, maybe some are a redo, I don't know, but
Remade or recolored or whatever. But yeah, this is a wonderful, we sell Villa Rose every day. Villa Rose patterns every day. All right, well, we're gonna walk back up towards the front. You can see the pretty double doors on this new side. Not that you could come in that way, but they brings in a lot of light. All right, we better wrap it up. It is almost 10 o'clock, and we will see you Friday morning for live shopping.
all right.
Have a great day.